OTAs going so far?
Going well. I think a lot of it's just getting on the same page communication-wise. So we try to just our group meet as much as we can. After practice we'll go and watch the film ourselves and talk through our calls, and so much of the game on the offensive line is communication and make sure everybody knows the calls and what we expect of each other. Where they're supposed to be. So that's really when you come into a new team, you want to really get on the same page with everybody who's there, and with guys like Joel and Joe and Greg who aren't practicing right now, try to take as much questions to them and ask them, how would you block this? What are your thoughts if I call this? And just try to get on the same page with everything.
Is the name a bit of a positive? I mean, Joel not here last year, obviously you and Kevin coming in, that you guys, you and the two guards, you're all on the same page. You're all new. Is there any positive to that?
Well, I mean, glass half full there, but no, I think once you get the communication down, you're all set. I think the body position-wise, like your fits that people talk about a lot, that comes pretty quickly. So, the time in the meeting room and making sure you're all on the same page in the playbook, that once you get that done, you're pretty well off.
Obviously, you're center, so you haven't had too much of an opportunity to go up against Myles Garrett, but what have you seen out of him?
Myles first is a great kid, and second of all, I mean, he's a great athlete, great football player. So I'm looking forward to when that time comes to go against him and see what he's got. And for now, I think he's done a great job.
How about the quarterback situation? Obviously, as a center, it doesn't impact you too much, but I mean, I guess I have to be somewhat interested to see who wins the job.
Yeah, I think for us, it doesn't really matter who gets put back there. I mean, for us, our job is to block forever. Whether it's supposed to be a three-step drop or whether it's supposed to be a deep protection or anything like that. Our job is to block forever and keep the quarterback clean. So, whoever that is lining up behind us, whether we're in some sort of wildcat and it's a receiver back there, our job is to keep him clean.
Hughes said he wants to get Crow the ball more. They want to run as an offensive lineman. Obviously run blocking is a lot more fun, I would assume. So
yeah, I think every offensive lineman likes to hear that. So we're looking forward to just getting out there and making plays, whether it's in the pass game, run game. Obviously some games dictate that based off the score or game plan. So whatever the team needs us to do to win, we're looking forward to doing it.
Is there anything different for you depending on who the quarterback is on a certain play, or is it?
Nope. No, I mean you try to talk to each and every one of them because you're going to work with all of them throughout the year. So you try to talk to all of them, make sure they're all on the same page, and you're on the same page with them on what their call is. Everything else works itself out.
How frustrating was it for you when you were in Green Bay? Because when you played, you were really good, but then you just got these nagging injuries that kept you off the field, and now you're here. How frustrating were those years with the Packers?
I mean, I try to stay, look on the positive side of it, and a lot of it's just keeping the right mentality. Obviously, few injuries at inopportune times, but every day at practice, I just went out there, trying to get better and taking the opportunity, the reps I had, and trying to become a better football player. And I knew if I did that, everything would kind of work out in the end. So obviously the injuries didn't come at a great time, but injuries are a part of this game, and everybody's careers has ups and downs and ebbs and flows, and it's just about what you make out of those down points and the high points, what you make out of it by working hard.
Does that kind of push you a little bit now with the new team?
I mean, I think my preparation or how I handle my business doesn't really change from what I was doing in Green Bay to what I'm doing here. I spend time in the film room and watch film and study and make sure we're all on the same page. And I take pride being the center of knowing all the calls and knowing everybody's responsibility and getting everybody in the right spot. So, that's my biggest thing right now is getting to that point where I know the playbook better than anybody. So that's what my mindset is right now is getting in the playbook and getting the film broken down and making sure everybody knows where they're supposed to be going.
Seems like you've got a pretty supportive family. Every time somebody tweets something about you on Twitter, I think it's your dad. He likes it or he retweets it. I know for me that's happened before.
Yeah.
What does that support mean to you?
I mean, it's great. My dad's recently retired, so he has a little more time, which is good for him. But I come from a great family. I have a really supportive two parents, and my sister's awesome herself, and even my extended family. I just have a lot of support, and I think it's going to be a great experience being here. Obviously, it's a lot closer for my family in the Buffalo area to get down here for games than it would be for them to get to Green Bay. So I'm looking forward to being around my extended family and my immediate family more and more now that I'm here.
What did your dad do?
He was a trucking terminal manager and a VP of the trucking terminal.
Did the injuries beat you up mentally? I mean,
No, I mean, I think you always have that kind of 24 hours where you kind of just have to get through it, and then after that, it's all about the rehab process. And if you're still sulking over what happened, you're not really getting that. You could be getting better if you weren't doing that. So, they happen, and then after that, you just move on. And when it happened the first time, that was day one of OTAs, and then it was just about my goal was to get back sometime during the season so I could get reps under my belt at the pro level. And then after that, whenever they happened, it was just I'm going to get healthy and I'll come back stronger. And you can't sulk too long. You're wasting your own time.
Does it weigh on you thinking like I can't let this happen again?
No, I mean on all those, nothing really. There was no training I could have done to avoid guys running into the side of my knees. So really, on those, if they happen, they happen. If you're seeing ghosts out there, nervous about guys running. I mean, people are running all over the field. If you're worried about that, you're not going to play too efficiently. So you just got to play football and let the chips fall where they may.
So Mike McCarthy said that because he played you at so many different spots, your weight had to fluctuate from time to time, and that might have contributed to your injuries. Do you buy that?
I mean, like I said, the injuries. I don't think I'll take Coach McCarthy taking the burden off me, but whether I'm 290 or 310, a helmet to the side of the knee is not going to change much with those 20 pounds. Not much more stability you're going to get. So, I think sometimes you just have those kind of freak injuries, and sometimes you get the short end of the stick multiple times, and you just have to push through it.
Well, how comforting is it to know you're just at one position?
It's nice. I mean, that's what last year, the same thing. I got to kind of sit at center until obviously the injury happened. I got to play center for all through camp and OTAs, and then for 7 straight weeks. And the more you can play one position, the more set in your feet and your steps, and everything just feels more fluid. And when you're bouncing around from center to tackle to guard, right side, left side, sometimes your feet get a little messed up when you're at different positions. So it's nice to be at one spot and kind of just work to hit all the fundamentals of that one position.